Hello and welcome to NoobPhobia. I'm your host Vinny, and I'm here to bring you the news about games and shit. So just when you thought Xbox One's backwards compatibility was going to save the platform, many people are experiencing frame rate drops on games like Halo Reach and Gears of War. I mean, is everyone surprised? Since when did the emulation ever work perfectly? I remember when Xbox 360 came out while everyone was still playing Halo 2 on their original Xbox. I was actually one of the first or the early adopters to pick up the console. Since the 360 was backwards compatible, what made more sense than to play your old games on the new system? Well, it was a bad idea. Frame rate stutters made Halo 2 and my other games nearly unplayable. So bad that I had to jump back on the original Xbox whenever I wanted to play my original Xbox games. I'm not going to sit here and bash Microsoft, but what the fuck, man? Seriously? Do they not test their games before releasing them? Or is their QA department that stupid? I bet you all they did was check to see if the game ran in the first 5 minutes, or maybe the testers were just nubs. They couldn't even tell what the heck was going on. This might sound like I'm bashing the console market, but is everyone here paying attention to what is going on? You buy a console, then you spend the next 3 to 5 years buying games which will be unplayable once a successor console comes out, in which your old games are only playable on the original console, or in this case, they play like shit on a new console. This is part of the reason as to why I try and push everyone into PC gaming. Your games never go old. You can literally play any game no matter how old. Why? Because there's no such thing as generations in the PC market. Once you buy a game on PC, it is yours for life and playable on any PC you choose to run Steam on. I mean, how cool is that? I played Duke Nukem 3D Commandos, for fuck's sake. Some people might argue that many really old games are still available for download on Xbox Live. Yes, that is correct. But why rebuy your games? Look at PlayStation 4, for example. They are out there re-releasing old games that you might have already bought years ago but do not have access to them. For example, you sold your old console or somehow it broke down. So I just don't understand how Sony and Microsoft expect people to dump their old games because they no longer have the console they ran on. What could Sony and Microsoft do to fix this ever-growing problem as we continue to move on to the next generation? Well, Sony did try something smart back in 2006 when they released the original 60-gig PlayStation 3 for $600 and including a PlayStation 2 emulation hardware into the console itself. The practice was later scrapped as people continued to bitch about the price tag. Sony did switch to software emulation shortly after, but many games were unplayable, and the ones that did play on the system were played poorly. From freezing to glitches to unbearable frame rates. I think console corporations need to pay close attention to this before it becomes another major reason for the ever-growing numbers of PC adopting gamers. Not that I have a problem with that, but again, this is what Sony and Microsoft don't want. My name is Vinny, and I would really appreciate your feedback. Please don't forget to subscribe if I earned it and leave a comment. Thank you very much, and I will see you next time.